Chapter 3, Lesson 11, Venus. Throughout this chapter on the planets, we will be using music, props, and more involved contemplations to access this subject matter. Venus is concerned with matters of love and the emotions. She describes how you love, whom you love, and what you love. She also shows the kinds of atmospheres and places via her sun sign position and house placement in which these attractions are likely to happen. Venus guides our romantic natures, attractions, and artistic style. This planet also gives you insight into how you experience good feelings and in what situations these positive, loving emotions are likely to occur. She causes us to view the world through rose-colored glasses of beauty and harmony. She leads us towards our passions for romantic relationships, as well as stimulate our artistic expressions. Correspondences of Venus. Venus resonates at 221.23 Hz. Venus corresponds to the ajna or third eye chakra. The properties of Venus symbolize our capacity to feel love, to have romantic and sexual relations with others. She also pertains to our sense of creativity and artistry. Venus will also describe our capacity to give and receive love, pleasure, peace, harmony, and issues pertaining to our self-esteem. Venus helps us to appreciate beauty. She restores our balance in life and encourages us to form one-on-one relationships, both friendships as well as romantic and sexual partnerships. Venus also helps us to discover femininity in all of its forms. The animals that correspond with Venus are the peacock, mermaids, sirens, flamingo, dove, and lovebirds. The angelic being that is associated with Venus is Haniel. The elements of Venus are earth and air. The flowers, herbs, and other vegetation that correspond to Venus are roses, in particular red roses, love in the mist, strawberry, hibiscus, apple, pear trees, sweet cherry, fig trees, as well as all sweet-smelling, pretty flowers. Large, lush flowers with a powerful scent are also the domain of Venus. Plants with red fruit, soft, furry leaves, as well as beautifying plants, medicinal plants that affect the kidneys and the urinary system. The incense and perfume fragrances of Venus are sandalwood, honeysuckle, jasmine, rose, vanilla, and violet. The metal of Venus is copper. The crystals and minerals that correspond to Venus are emerald, malachite, rose quartz, coral, jade, and opal. The colors associated with Venus are green and pink. The day of the week associated with Venus is Friday. To help you understand and have a personal experience of the essence of Venus, gather items from the above correspondences list in the space that you do your contemplations. This will help you access this energy. Read through the list and then collect as many of the items as you can. Pictures of some of the items will do, but you need to have the perfume or incense smell of Venus wafting in the air. It is very beneficial to have a Venus type of crystal to hold while you contemplate, as is the lighting of a green or pink candle to be placed on the table that you have a green or pink cloth on, and that you have collected all the other Venus correspondence items on. At this point, I would like you to hold your crystal, light the candle and incense, then gaze at the other Venus items you were able to collect on the pink or green cloth. Then play the piece of music from Gustav Holst's called Venus from his Planet Suite. You may be able to access this music via YouTube. Listen to it while you use all of your senses to experience Venus. Next, get ready to do your formal contemplation on Venus while you listen to 221.23 Hz music softly in the background. You may be able to access this tonal music via YouTube. Find a recording that is about 20 to 30 minutes in length. Now close your eyes and vividly visualize an image of the Roman goddess Venus standing on a huge seashell as she glides over the waves of the ocean towards the shore. Then let your mind soften and flow for the next 20 minutes while this 221.23 Hz music plays softly in the background. See what else comes into your mind. After you have contemplated the 20 minutes contemplation, go about your day and think about all the qualities of Venus. Come to understand how important Venus is for our capacity to attract love and to experience beauty in all of its forms. Then go on with your day, allowing additional thoughts about the meaning of Venus to filter through your consciousness. Venus, Part 2. In this section, we will incorporate all that you have experienced of what Venus is with the energies of the zodiacal signs. Whole books are written on this subject, but my point here is not to write a book that you just read and then forget about because you never access the reasons of how and why it is as it is. I want you to be able to understand the root of where all of this is coming from. This will put you into the position of being able to interpret the material for yourself. I want to help you to achieve that higher state of mind that simply knows. In the beginning of each of the zodiacal sections, I will place a short key and symbol section. These are meant to give you quick access to what each of the Venus positions through the zodiac means, through the intellectual and intuitive mind accessed through imagery. Venus in Aries. Key: spontaneous emotions are expressed with dynamic vigor. Symbol: a lover's quarrel ends with passionate lovemaking. Venus in Aries is cardinal fire. The Venus in Aries person is easily aroused into loving feelings and desires, cardinal. However, they may have difficulty in sustaining these emotions after the initial exciting chase and conquest phase is complete, fire. These people enjoy a partner that is dynamic, full of lively enthusiasm, and has a strong independent streak that doesn't seem to need them. This is so that they will always be able to feel the Aries need to chase and win their love interest. They hate it when things get boring and predictable in their love lives, and will purposefully start a fight if necessary to recreate the intense passions of the beginning of their love relationship. These people's love feelings and desires are easily aroused, but can also be equally fast to dissipate. They need constant stimulation in their romantic and creative lives. In artistic matters, these people are drawn more to the physical art forms such as sculpture, dance, or even dynamic physical acts of painting, like splatter painting and the like. They are thrilled with any art form that expends physical energy and gets the blood pumping in their veins. After reading this piece on Venus in Aries, go into a short contemplation on other qualities of the Venus-Aries position, cardinal fire, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Venus position. Then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Venus never travels very far from the Sun, Venus will only be capable of being 2 sun signs before the Sun sign and 2 sun signs after it. So contemplate what it would be like for an Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini sun sign to have a Venus in Aries. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Aries Venus qualities. Can you see the emotional firecracker who needs constant stimulation in their emotional life to feel vibrantly alive? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form. Venus in Taurus. Keynote: love and beauty are stably expressed with the help of material goods. Symbol: a young woman walks contentedly through a field of lovely spring flowers. Venus in Taurus is fixed earth. The Venus in Taurus person has a wonderful, steadfast, loyal, fixed method of expressing their love. These people love physical displays of affection and are stable, warm, and caring partners. Earth. The down-to-earth qualities of these people produce a very sensual being who needs lots of touching and physical displays of affection in their relationships. They love being pampered. With a good meal, loving massages, or other sensual delights. They are wonderful earthy lovers that are very attentive to the comfort and enjoyment of their loved ones. The Venus in Taurus person is very responsive to beauty and with the physical attractiveness of their partners. In artistic matters, Venus in Taurus often produces people with beautiful singing voices. Musical talent is quite pronounced, as is the visual and sensual artistic displays of life. Finger and hand painting would fit the bill here, where you feel the texture of the canvas and the slipperiness of the paint. Plastic materials, sculpting would also be right for these people, where your hands interact with the medium being used in a very sensual way, like pottery. And of course, the monetary remuneration that accompanies the sale of art would also be very satisfactory to these practical, down-to-earth people. After reading this piece on Venus and Taurus, go into a short contemplation on other qualities of the Taurus-Venus position, that's fixed Earth, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Venus position. Then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Venus never travels very far away from the Sun, Venus will only be capable of being 2 sun signs before the sun sign and 2 sun signs after it. So contemplate what it would be like for a Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer sun sign to have a Venus in Taurus. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now, observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Taurus-Venus qualities. Can you see the emotionally stable and sensual lover of fine things? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form. Venus in Gemini. Key: the emotions are light, changeable, social, and charmingly expressed. Symbol: the social butterfly loves the light and teasing emotions of flirtation. Venus in Gemini is mutable air. The Venus and Gemini person's love nature is light and flirtatious, mutable. They are far more interested in a person's sense of humor and intelligence than in their physical appearance, air. These people seek variety in their love lives. This can often mean that they will be attracted to multiple people at one time. They become restless and bored quite easily and need the constant stimulation of new ideas and of going new places to learn new things together with their loved ones to feel happy. These intelligent, curious people also need lots of social stimulation and can be thought of as quite flirtatious. As a result, an excessively jealous or possessive partner would be very stifling to them. They have many friends of both sexes in which they share a multitude of interests. In their artistic expressions, you will find that they love anything that allows them to pursue their multiple interests, like photography or turning a harmonious phrase while writing, or in the enjoyment of poetic recitations amongst colorful, varied people. After reading this piece on Venus in Gemini, go into a short contemplation on other qualities of the Gemini Venus position, mutable air, that would be in keeping with the energies of this Venus position. Then spend the rest of the day considering and reflecting on this. Because Venus never travels very far away from the Sun, Venus will only be capable of being two sun signs before the sun sign and two sun signs after it. So contemplate what it would be like for an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo sun sign to have a Venus in Gemini. Keep practicing this art of combining and interpreting these different energies. Now observe all the people in your world. Watch them and look for the Gemini Venus qualities. Can you see the emotionally flirtatious and flighty social butterfly? Astrology is very much an observing science and art form.